you ever wonder why you react the way you do in certain situations? Or why you sometimes struggle with certain emotions or behaviors that seem to come out of nowhere? Well, believe it or not, the answer to these questions might trace back to your childhood. That's right. Our early experiences, both positive and negative, can have a profound impact on our mental health awareness through our lives. So if you're curious to learn more about how childhood trauma can shape our mental health well-being in our personal development school, then you're in for a treat. Hey there, welcome back to our channel. We're glad you're here because today we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and important: the connection between childhood trauma and mental health. We'll explore how the experiences we had during our formative years can impact our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in ways we might not even realize. So get ready to gain some insights, and let's dive in. The impact of childhood trauma on mental health. Childhood trauma is a term that encompasses a wide range of experiences, from physical and emotional abuse to neglect and household dysfunctions. It can have a lasting impact on an individual's mental health, shaping their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in profound ways. Let's start by defining childhood trauma. It can include physical abuse, where a child is subjected to intentional harm or injury; emotional abuse, where a child is exposed to repeated verbal attacks or threats; and sexual abuse, which involves any forms of sexual exploitation or molestation. Neglect, on the other hand, occurs when a child's basic needs, such as food, shelter, or medical care, are not adequately met. Household dysfunction refers to living in an environment where there is domestic violence, substance abuse, mental illness, or incarceration of a family member. Now, you might be wondering how common childhood trauma is. Well, the statistics are staggering. According to research, more than 60% of adults in the United States have experienced at least one form of childhood trauma, and the effects can be long-lasting. Studies have shown that childhood trauma increases the risk of mental health disorders, such as depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and even personality disorders later in life. Understanding the connection between childhood trauma and mental health. Now that we've explored the different forms of childhood trauma and their prevalence, let's delve deeper into the fascinating connection between childhood trauma and mental health. It's not just about the experiences themselves, but also how they impact our biology, psychology, and social functioning. Our bodies are intricate systems with various mechanisms at play, and childhood trauma can disrupt these mechanisms in profound ways. Biologically, it can affect brain development, leading to long-term changes that influence our mental health awareness in our personal development school. For instance, research has shown that childhood trauma can alter the structure and function of areas in the brain responsible for emotional regulation, stress response, and cognitive functioning. Let's break it down further. Take the amygdala, for example, a part of the brain involved in processing emotions, including fear and anxiety. Childhood trauma can cause the amygdala to become hypersensitive, leading to heightened fear and anxiety responses. This can result in individuals being more prone to developing anxiety disorders in adulthood. Similarly, childhood trauma can impact the prefrontal cortex, which plays a crucial role in decision-making, impulse control, and emotional regulation. Trauma can disrupt the development of the prefrontal cortex, leading to difficulties in managing emotions and making sound decisions, which can contribute to the development of mental health disorders such as depression and personality disorders. Psychologically, childhood trauma can also leave deep emotional scars. It can affect our self-esteem, self-worth, and overall sense of identity. Individuals who have experienced childhood trauma may struggle with feelings of shame, guilt, or worthlessness, which can contribute to the development of mental health issues such as depression and low self-esteem. But it doesn't end there. Childhood trauma can also have significant social implications. It can affect how individuals form and maintain relationships, as well as their ability to trust others. For example, someone who has experienced neglect as a child may struggle with forming healthy relationships in adulthood, leading to difficulties in maintaining meaningful connections with others. Healing and recovery from childhood trauma. Healing from childhood trauma is a complex and multifaceted process, but it is possible with the right recognition, support, and interventions. We'll now explore the importance of acknowledging and addressing childhood trauma in order to promote healing and recovery. First and foremost, it's crucial to recognize that childhood trauma is not something that individuals have to face alone. Seeking help and support is an essential step towards healing. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, family member, or seeking professional help from a therapist, acknowledging and validating one's experiences is a crucial starting point for his or her personal development school. There are various approaches and therapies that have shown effectiveness in helping individuals with a history of childhood trauma. One such approach is trauma-focused therapy, which specifically addresses the impact of trauma on an individual's mental health awareness. This type of therapy aims to help individuals process and integrate their traumatic experiences, develop healthy coping skills, and learn to regulate their emotions. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is another effective approach that helps individuals identify and change unhelpful thought patterns and behaviors that may have resulted from childhood trauma. Additionally, mindfulness techniques such as meditation and grounding exercises can also be beneficial in managing stress and promoting self-care. Self-care is a crucial aspect of the healing and recovery process. It involves taking deliberate steps to prioritize one's physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Building resilience is also key to overcoming the impact of childhood trauma. This may involve developing healthy coping mechanisms, engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, maintaining healthy relationships, and practicing self-compassion. It's important to remember that healing from childhood trauma is a journey, and self-care and resilience building are ongoing processes that require patience, self-compassion, and support. So there you have it, folks. We've delved into the impact of childhood trauma on mental health, explored the connection between the two, and discussed healing and recovery strategies. It's clear that childhood trauma can have a profound and lasting impact on an individual's mental health. But the good news is that healing and recovery are possible with the right support and interventions. Before we wrap up, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos on mental health and wellness. Also, be sure to follow us on social media for more tips, resources, and community support. And if you found this video informative and helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others who may benefit from it. Together, we can spread awareness and make a difference. Remember, taking care of your mental health is a continuous journey, and it's never too late to prioritize your well-being. So, take that step towards healing and recovery, and remember to be kind to yourself along the way. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it valuable. As always, we're here to support you in your mental health journey. Thank you for being part of our community. And until next time, take care, stay well, and keep shining bright.